Okay, welcome. You're here today because you're keen to really get to grips with applying for a UK lottery visa.
That's right.
And that's exactly what we're focusing on. We've got the source material you sent over, and, well, our mission today is to pull out the key information about this whole application process.
Exactly. We're looking specifically at a source called UK Lottery Visa Application Process. So, yeah, our focus is really pinned on the steps involved, the how-to, basically.
Right. So let's unpack that a bit, just starting with the title, UK Lottery Visa Application. What does that immediately suggest about, what you, the applicant, are likely facing?
Well, it's interesting because these official processes, especially for something like a visa, they often have a very deliberate starting point.
Yeah.
You'll probably find something right up front that helps you figure out if you should even bother applying, maybe a quick checklist or a really clear list of who's eligible.
Makes sense. Sort of like a pre-check. Measure twice, cut once,
Yeah.
kind of thing before you dive in.
Precisely.
So this source material probably isn't going to waste time on, say, the history of the lottery itself or why the visa program exists.
Highly unlikely, yeah. The title really signals a practical guide. Think of it more like the instructions you get after you've already bought the flat pack furniture.
Right. It's about the actual assembly, the nuts and bolts of putting that application together correctly.
Exactly. It assumes you've already decided this is the route for you.
Okay. This is where it gets interesting, I think. When you consider any official application process, what are some sort of common stages someone going through this UK lottery visa thing might expect?
Typically, you'd expect first a phase focused on gathering information, figuring out exactly what documents you need.
Like proof of ID, maybe money stuff.
Yeah, proof of identity, financial records are common, maybe even specific forms just for the lottery part. Then comes the actual submission stage. Could be online, could be post, maybe even in person, depending.
Okay.
And after that, almost certainly, there's a waiting period. You submit, then you wait while they review everything.
So for you listening, the real takeaway here seems to be that getting through this successfully isn't just about wanting the visa via the lottery. It's about meticulously following each step outlined in that process document.
Absolutely. And it's really crucial to get that each stage probably has its own very specific demands and, well, potential pitfalls.
Pitfalls? Like what?
Well, for instance, that document gathering phase might specify that translations need to be notarized or photos have to be a certain size and format. Little details, List those and you could face delays or, worst case, your application gets rejected outright.
It's like baking a cake, isn't it? You can't just guess the amounts or skip a step and expect it to turn out right.
That's a great analogy, actually.
So this deep dive, just focusing on the idea of the UK lottery visa application process, really underscores how critical it is to understand and stick to those procedural steps.
And if you think about it more broadly, maybe other applications you've done, like for a passport or even a driving license, you often see similar structured phases, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Information, submission, waiting.
Recognizing that common pattern can make even a totally new process, like this visa one, feel a bit less intimidating.
Definitely. So while we don't have every single detail in front of us right now, just analyzing the source title tells us that mastering how the application process itself is absolutely key.
And maybe a final thought for you listening. Remember that even processes that look straightforward on the surface can have hidden complexities. So really paying close attention to every instruction in that UK lottery visa application process document, that's going to be your best strategy.